Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
家族の死やっていきましょうか。なんかめちゃくちゃ雰囲気というか舞台が良くないですか。本当にホームズとかクリスティなんか早私立探偵やばい怪しまれてる。あれがなんか
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by
アレクサ・カーライルに呼び出された有名な私立探偵がソーンブリッジマナーに到着したわ。彼になりすませばマダム・カーライルに近づくチャンスができるかもしれない。まあ基本これを追っていきましょうか。私立探偵の後をつける。まずここを突破しなきゃいけないんだけど、それに関しては普通にこっちからとかいける？いけないね。マップ外だ。まあちょっとご利用していきましょうか。職人じゃないな、使用人の服をいただきたいですね。ちょっととりあえず茂みに隠さないと見られてないですね。セーフ。よし、ちょっと離れすぎるとまずいんで。これって家の中入っても大丈夫なのかな。あ、気にせずするみたいなこと言った今。すいません。この辺から入りましょうか。私立探偵に変装する。さあ変装しました。でこの辺に隠しましょうか。 OK。 さあどっからどう見ても早すぎる。この人が今回のターゲットですね。今銃で殺して逃げることも可能なんですが、ちょっとそれはスマートさに欠けるので、事件も気になるしね。かっこいい。ファーンズビー。
Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London.
はい。
Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
ついていきましょう。挨拶してくれる。やっぱ
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle
でも
are
デリ
of
ケー
a
トで
delicate
す。
nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death.
怖い階段ですね。
You'll probably learn that the
チャー
state's
チフィル
funeral is scheduled
偽の葬儀。
Madam's
結構
children
ちゃんとクリスティの葬儀を終えたあたりの作品なのかな。 モチー
so
フ
please
は。
bear with them if they seem frightened of the rather
でもイギリスなら、
situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences
もちろんです
if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime
ダブル
scene,
ミーニング
I
で
will
す。
tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary.
あ、本当の死体は
Madame
そうなんだ。
Carlyle's
死体を
brother.
すり替えた
He
の
was
か
found
な。
dead this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a
遺書
suicide
か。
letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life.
あ、
I've
本当に死ん
prepared
だっ
some
てこと
information
すい
for
ませ
you,
ん。
so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene.
はい。
This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my
右
right.
手。普通、俺側の視点で言わないですよ。
A locked room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of
マーダーミ
this.
ステリー、気になります。さあ、まあ、順番に見ていきましょうか。はしご、ああ。おい。
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
死体そのまんまなんすか。
Throat markings indicate a rare,
喉の反
short-lived
応。
plant poison
珍しい
killed
植
him.
物なのか。詳しいね。
Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons 47.
詳しいわよね。毒ね。座る意味はなさそう。この辺の PC。
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last
長
night.
靴。
Not exactly what you would expect from someone
じゃあ通
suicide.
販で長靴買ってんだ。あ、でも。死ぬ前日に遺書。
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene
すいませんね。
47.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself
おお、絞られ
as the
た
only
ね。
persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi.
すごい
I
話
was
が早い。
alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you.
え
It's a list of the possible
用意が良
suspects
すぎ
and
な
their
いか。
quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the
え
case,
次解決しちゃう
and I
の
will take you to Madame Carlyle.
あら。レベッカ・カーライル。容疑者多くね。グレゴリー・カーライル。アレクサ・カーライルの長男。グレゴリーはザカリー・カーライル殺害の容疑者だ。容疑者。ミスター・ファーンズビー疑いあり。まあじゃあ一人ずつ見ていきましょうか。これ誰かっぽい。
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other. Would you mind taking a few steps away from me?
No,
Please.
it's got a
Together,
right.
and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son,
Gregory
disappeared
no
straight
son
after
Patrick.
dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop
じゃあアリバイなしか。
and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see too.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
全部聞こうか。
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr.
Fernsby.
Butler leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the
まあそうね。それはあんま関係なさそう。
Oh, and one more thing.
発見時刻何時なの？
Please be kind to Edward.
バイ
He
バ
can
イ。
only take so much.
Ah, hi there.
聞けるかな？あ、
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Well, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own
事
mistake.
件が謎だな。そのお母さんは、まあ、お母さんというかアレクサ・カーライルが自分の死を偽装したくて、その裏で本当に、息子の一人、ザッカリーが死んだって。
I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can really. I can't feel my legs, and my eyes are not working properly. It's really frustrating again. You can't tell anyone. But the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I know it all sounds so unbelievable. But even though mother is still alive, we still have to go through with the funeral. I have to write the eulogy. I don't think I
いつではないか。
She will definitely want to read it, no matter what. I just know she'll be disappointed in me. Again.
自信なさげなタイプの
My
子
legs
供
are
ね
really。weird. I need you, Cassie. I'm sorry. I know. I'll hang up. Not supposed to do this. Christ, sorry. Bye.
さあ、話しに行きましょうか。
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts
口
for
ひげ
last
を
night?
叩いてますね。
yes.
おお、なんか
This was with Zachary.
めちゃめちゃ
I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to
威厳が
spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap.
ありますね。
He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the stag's head around 8:30. If that's all,
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit
自
suicide.
殺
Sure, he was upset by mother's supposed death.
あ、なるほどね。
He seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca, they had a long talk.
レベッカ
Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do?
Did you notice
なんか
anything else
急
out
に
of the
しゃ
ordinary?
協力的な。
Apart from the fact we came here to bury our mother, she shows up alive and kicking. Zachary found dead in his bed this morning. Or perhaps the
Am I not
funeral
finished
is
on
still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
大丈夫よ。ありがとう。さあさあさあ、証言は集まってきましたね。レベッカ
What is it? She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up.
どこから聞こえる
I tried to tell her, and do you know what she said? She said, things will change around here. I can promise you that.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
どこから聞こえるこれどこから聞こえた今こっち
Such a gentleman.
What's up?
Gave me his coat and all.
Nice
Rosie,
one.
you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris?
Rose.
He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play
What's the-
stupid
you
video
said
games.
he-
Never any romance. I deserve romance.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I?
え全然
I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning.
結構
He
遅く
said
な
he
い
needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe, like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Like, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside, except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out, and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
ここまでか
I can work while we talk.
Just leave it
Oh.
at talking.
Patrick
Patrick.
Carlyle.
Mr. Patrick is not
Can you tell me
acquainted how
where
things
you
are done
were
here.
おい
yesterday
ちょ
Fine.
字幕
Thanks for
字幕が
checking in.
字幕かぶってる字幕かぶってる
He ratted me out. Elaine, give us a privacy, would you?
大きい聞いたよ今
Don't tell mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cover an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all I think I'll get back.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So,
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
no.
なんか見たな
I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby.
一生ファンズビー
I
じゃん
don't like him. He could have done it.
ファンズビーのさアリバイ確定いい疑いあり疑いありアリバイ確定いい ファーンズ B のさ、自室に行きたいんですよ。屋敷1階にあるスタッフ部屋の保管庫から入れる。屋敷1階にあるスタッフ部屋の保管庫から入れる。じゃあちょっと一旦ファーンズ B さんの部屋を見に行きましょうか。で、
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
バールが欲しいね。サーベルじゃねえか。これ音でバレるよな、またしたら。バレないかな。ユーザーにいらないか。サーベルはバレたけど。外から行けってこと？外から行った方がいいか。入れないんだ。入りたいんですよ。
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead. A make
Areo.
a murder mystery. Oh, all too much.
バルあった。
We'll all need a vacation when this is over.
バルあった。近くにあった。確かここだよね。普通にファンズ B の部屋。あ、めっちゃ近くにあんじゃん。ちょっとここまで探しに行ってたわ。
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
エマとグレゴリーの部屋。右上っすね。ここから見たら。
Sorry, but I think I...
やばい。怖いな、やっぱこのゲームのこう見つかるときって。ピーンと。
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
マスターキー。
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to
マスター
convince
キーなの
Mr.
かい。
Carlyle he did.
さっきとは違ってね、マスターキーを持ってきたんで、もうお前らに見られても、くどいてね。普通と。はい、じゃあお邪魔します。わー、同性の風呂。手がかりっぽい手がかりは、ペーパーナイフ。
Now this is interesting, 47.
何が
A
書いてあ
letter
る？
from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate
なんか紛らわしくなってきた。
child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed
Alexa と
Alexa and
ザカリーが
Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
I should probably...
じゃあさ、執事が普通にそれを知っててさ、ファンズ B か。ファンズ B それを知ってて手助けしたっていうのが、なんかまあ、結構順当って言うとあれだけど、
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madam Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Please stay back.
しないような気がしますけど、もしいたこれでアンサーしましょうか。ハロー。最上階。クライス。趣味悪い。怖い？本当に？はい、はい。
Mr. Cantillon's office. Please step inside.
はい。あ、そっち
Your detective skills have gained you access to the lion's den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also describe how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the constant. That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. You dropped something. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
ちょっとむずくないかこれ。大丈夫これ。めっちゃ見られない？なんかバカだよ。なんか待ってよ。ガラッつけて。もういいの？よいしょ。あれ？まだ？まだよ。なんだ？あげる。まだよ。このクマ動かん？え？不詳。いやーこれさっきの一人の時に落とさなきゃダメだったな。ちょっとロードしますか。でっけえババだ。おそこが。
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
では、いってらっしゃい。
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
さてと、かなり逃げなきゃいけないな、これ。執事の振りが必要。さてちょっと脱出したいが、怪しまれているので変装がしたいですね。一人入ってくる？来ない。入ってきた。あ、やべ、女だから。着替えられねえ。ん？なんか、許された？急に。あ、ここダメなんだ。さあ、じゃあ、正面からどうぞ出ていきましょうか。もうセーフ？降りられそうなところ。ちょっと、ここはまだ落ちそうですね。早く脱出したい。あ、降りられる。よいしょ。よし、逃げよう。正面から出ていくしかないのかな。なんかしっくりこない感じですね。もっといいやり方あったのかな。謎解きあんま関係なくこう、最終フィジカルで少し一人にしてちょうだい。
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
囲まれてる？脱出成功です。はい。
Diana can't help you now.
え？
You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none.
めちゃめちゃクリスティなんだ。
Now, it's my turn.
何？
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me! Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood.
That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
なんか逃走中のよくわかんないドラマシーンみたいなの見せられてる気分になるな。はい。ということで、今回も終わりです。なんかしっくりこん感じだったね。ちょっともうちょっと、ちゃんと、ちょっと調べてやり直すかもしれないですね。なんかわかんなかったね。次回はベルリンです。では、ご視聴ありがとうございました。ぐだぐだですいません。